week bump date. That is crazy. Today, baby Jackson is the size of a cauliflower head, which this is huge. It's getting cauliflower everywhere. I'm gonna have to vacuum now. But look at this thing, it's bigger than my darn head. It's so big. But Jackson is the size of a cauliflower, and I wanted to get that out of the way super fast so I could put this down and stop spilling cauliflower pieces everywhere. 29 weeks pregnant, and the title of my little sign here is Braxton Hicks, because I think that's one of my newest symptoms. So let's just go ahead and get started into our bump date. I have so much to tell you guys. First thing we're gonna talk about is obviously the baby. We're gonna talk about how he's doing, what's going on inside of this little uterus of mine. And right now, Jackson should weigh between 2.5 and 3 pounds, although we're hoping for more. We're hoping for more. We want his weight to be super high up, so hopefully it's going really good. I will know this week with my doctor appointment that I have, but not yet. But they say he's between 2.5 and 3 pounds, which is awesome. He's really starting to bulk up. He is 15.5 to 16 inches long, which I can't imagine. That sounds ginormous. I mean, I know it's not this big, but it feels like this big. That's a very long child. Guess we'll see if he is that long, because I mean, who knows, maybe he'll be a little shorty. We have just 11 weeks to go till full term. He could come before that, he could come maybe after, but that is insane to me. We're almost at the 10 digits. This is what I want to get to. I want to get to this and I can start doing this, but right now we are at 11 weeks pregnant. No. We are at 11 weeks before he is due, and that is absolutely so crazy. I can't believe it. I can't believe how long I've been doing these bump dates for. I've been doing these bump dates since 6 weeks pregnant. I've done 25 bump dates? No, that's not right. I've done 29 minus 6, 23 bump dates, guys. I've done 23 bump dates, and we only have like maybe 10 to 12 more to go before I'm done doing bump dates and I start doing Jackson updates. That'd be absolutely crazy. They say right now that he might be starting to smile in the womb, which I haven't gotten an ultrasound of my baby in so long, but hopefully in my next ultrasound, maybe we'll see something special, and if I end up getting like a 3D or 4D one, maybe we'll see that cute little smile. They also say that he should be experiencing hiccups, which I think I'm experiencing hiccups, but it's really hard to tell. I just feel like everything I'm like, oh, he's kicking a lot, but he does kick a lot. So I don't know if it's kicks or hiccups, but I'm almost positive that sometimes they are hiccups and I'm just not 100% on it, but definitely feeling those. They say he's starting to get cramped in the womb, but I don't see it yet. They say like, oh, he's getting kind of cramped. You might not be feeling like punches. You can feel more like jabs and elbows, but I feel like I'm still feeling punches and kicks. Obviously, one of my biggest worries is that I'm not going to be able to give him enough space, because I just feel like with how small I am, I'm always afraid that he's not going to have enough space to grow. As long as I still feel like really hard kicks, I'm like, okay, he's got room, he's doing good. But they do say that he'll start getting cramped now. They say that he is becoming less wrinkly and more fatty, which I love. He really has to fatten up for delivery now. Like, I think like his length is done basically. He's kind of at the length he'll be at, but he really needs to thicken up a little bit and start getting chunky. And so that's really cool that he's starting to get some more fat, less wrinkly. I see on my What to Expect app, I see like people who are due in April. I listen to them talk, and I see babies who are people who are giving birth to their babies right now, and they do come out kind of wrinkly, but some of them come out very developed and very good looking. I know they still have to be in the NICU, but whenever I see a woman give birth on my app, and I see them like everything's going good, they're in the NICU, but everything looks okay, it gives me a little bit of peace that if I gave birth right now, that he'd be okay and that he would look like those babies. So it's kind of comforting. At the same time, you don't want it, but it is comforting to see those women and see that their babies are doing good. My symptoms this week is that obviously, like, I feel like the 3rd trimester is really starting to weigh on me. It is getting a lot harder. I don't like talking about it because I feel like people are always like, oh, just you wait, it's gonna get worse, and oh, just you wait, this is gonna happen and this is gonna happen, and I totally agree. But I'm definitely feeling like really uncomfortable sometimes. Usually towards the end of the day, I am just so uncomfortable. My belly hurts. He's always bulging out of my ribs, it feels like, and it really is painful. I'm constantly out of breath. I'm out of breath right now while I'm talking to you guys. I definitely have like a shortness of breath just in general sometimes, especially after I eat. And especially after I eat after dinner time. Like yesterday, I had kind of one of the worst nights of my life. I ate a little bit. I was absolutely starving. I ate. I didn't even eat that much, but afterwards, the rest of the night, I just felt horrible. I feel like I couldn't breathe. I feel like everything was sitting up here in my ribs and in my chest. I had acid reflux. It was really like my belly was so tight. I don't know, I think it was Braxton Hicks maybe as well, but it was so uncomfortable last night that I was like, I don't want to go out anymore. I just want to be home. I just want to be in my own space so that when that happens, I can go hop in the bath, because that's all I wanted to do was go sit in the bath and like relieve that pressure of my belly basically sitting on me. So I definitely feel like I'm headed into some uncharted territory of uncomfortableness and fullness. A lot this week, my belly has just been getting super tight, like just like rock hard all of a sudden. I think those are Braxton Hicks. They're not painful. Nothing else really happens, but sometimes my belly just gets super hard and really uncomfortable. He's always like up here in my ribs and it's really painful. I think that's Braxton Hicks though, which is really interesting to me because I thought the Braxton Hicks hurt, and then I learned that they didn't. I thought Braxton Hicks were practice contractions, like actual contractions, but they definitely are more just like the hardening of your belly that will happen during labor, but no pain. So I definitely think I'm still not prepared for labor. I thought I was gonna be prepared, now I'm not. But definitely been having a rougher time this week. I do know it's gonna get worse. Speaking of baby being up in my ribs all the darn time, he still kicks up such a storm, especially at night, but literally all the time. The evening, the nighttime, the mornings right now. I mean, he's always busy in there, it feels like, and I love it. It's very comforting for me. I feel like I can't wait to see him this week. I do have an ultrasound and like an OB appointment, and I can't wait to see him because I just want them to tell me that he's doing well and that all these kicks I'm feeling are all good news. I really want to get his weight so that we know. I'm still waiting on my blood work back about my iron. However, I have started taking new prenatals, which I'll show you guys probably in the next week or two. I'll show you guys which ones I switched to, and they have iron in them. So I'm hoping that that helps out with it without them even telling me that I need more iron. His room, I know you guys can't see anything coming together, but we are so close to it coming together, guys. Within the next week or two, we will have the new carpet. And as soon as we have the new carpet, we're buying his crib, his dresser, the rocking chair I picked out, and we went on a huge shopping spree not that long ago. I'm looking at all the stuff we got. We went on a huge shopping spree, and so I'm gonna do a whole haul of everything we got coming up soon in one of our videos. And you guys can see everything that we got at the store. The next week or two or 3 weeks, I guess tops, you guys will be seeing some major changes in here, and hopefully even a wall behind me eventually where I can actually show you guys all my stuff. I think the month of February is going to be really busy for me and hard for me to focus on a lot of different things, but March I think is when everything's going to completely settle down. We're just going to be waiting for our baby and everything's going to be ready. But February is going to be absolutely crazy. So stay tuned for all of our February stuff where we start really getting his room finished, where I start really thinking about my hospital bag and birth plans and whatnot. I definitely just haven't been thinking about those yet, but I know I will be in February. Especially once I get to see this little baby and they tell me everything's okay. I feel congested today too. I do feel like with these new rougher symptoms that I'm having, I'm definitely planning to just always be done with my day by 5 or 6 p.m. I think that's the best way to handle it, is that I need to be finished with all the things I want to do, going on walks, doing anything at all needs to be done before my nighttime, because once nighttime hits, I want to be done and in bed, and I want to be resting, because I've just noticed that anything past later in the day, I start to not have a good time anymore. And then by 10 o'clock, I'm always sleeping. So it's just best if I can start figuring out how to get all that stuff done beforehand so that I no longer have to suffer in the night times. Another big symptom that I've been having that I feel like I've actually had this whole entire trimester, but today specifically it is really bothering, is just congestion. It's basically like a feeling of being sick all the time without any other symptoms. It's just congestion and stuffiness, and it just happens all the time. I know a lot of people deal with this during their pregnancy, but honestly, it's been like this way for a really long time. And one of my newer symptoms that I've had before, but I don't know if I really touched on it, and it's definitely gotten worse this past week, is that I cannot stand the smell. Oops, there you guys are, my camera died. Where was I? Okay. Is that I cannot stand the smell of my husband. I know this is something that other people have had before, but I cannot express to you guys how some days I just cannot stand the way Carlos smells. It's just his smell. He doesn't even smell bad. It's just him. I told him the other day, I said, it's your skin. Your skin does not smell the way I want. I don't know what I'm asking or what I want differently, but I definitely have noticed that I don't like the way he smells at all. and I don't like if he's like breathing near me. It sounds mean, but I promise I'm not mean about it. It's just genuinely one of my newer symptoms that I had before, but it's gotten worse. That I think yesterday I just told him, like, I don't like the way you smell. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, just you don't smell the way I want. I don't know what I want. You have just a smell of you that I don't enjoy. And it's so true right now, especially when we're sleeping. I don't like facing towards him sometimes because I just like, I don't want to smell you. It sounds like a mean symptom, and it kind of is, but it's just true. I know it'll pass though, because I've never had a problem with his smell before. Hopefully it'll pass. Let me know if any of you who are pregnant have had that symptom, because it feels weird to talk about now. It feels like I'm telling you guys he smells bad. He doesn't smell bad. It's just I don't like the way he smells. So let me know if any of you women have ever dealt with that before during your pregnancy. Oh, anyways, guys, I think that's it for today's bump day. I didn't have too much to talk about. I feel like next week will be super awesome though, because I'll be 30 weeks pregnant, and I'll have had a doctor appointment with ultrasound pictures of our baby for you guys. So I'm super excited for that, so stay tuned for next week, and just stay tuned for future videos about his nursery and him in general. I feel like I have so much that's gonna be happening in the month of February, so just really stay tuned for that. And I think with that, I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you guys leave all of your comments and support down below and questions you guys have, because I love doing that. And maybe we'll do a Q&A soon eventually on the channel as well. So any questions, maybe I'll just end up doing a Q&A and asking them and answering them all together. Whew. And with that, bye guys.